Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again with a real quick video here. Just want to talk about the Holm Aspen Ladd, cancellation. As you know, the fight was canceled, and of course, there's been a lot of people, a lot of haters, a lot of different sides that don't like Holm. They were saying that she backed out of the fight, that she was ducking Aspen Ladd. I actually follow Aspen Ladd and Holm on Instagram, and I can understand Aspen Ladd's frustration. She felt that Holm just kind of up and pulled out of the fight, that she didn't know anything about it, and that Holm just pulled out of the fight and didn't want to fight her. But it was really crazy because neither fighter knew about it, and the fight was actually canceled. Everybody found out that the fight was canceled at the UFC 235 press conference. So, whenever it was announced there, it was announced that both fighters didn't know about it, and it was stated that it had something to do with Holm's contract negotiations. But really, it also had to do with Holm, that she could be put in a bigger fight with Amanda Nunes at UFC 237. Now, again, I don't blame Holly on that. She probably didn't even know about it. It could have just done with Amanda Nunes, because Amanda Nunes, she calls the shots right now. She's the double champion. She's out for big fights. She's out for big money. And at her age and, everything she's done as far as what she's done in her MMA career, she can call the shots. She could basically say that, hey, I want to fight Holm next. So Dana White, he's just going to say, okay, we're going to cancel the Aspen Ladd Holm fight so you can have your Holm fight. You know what I mean? Because that fight makes more sense and it makes more money for both of these fighters and, of course, for the UFC. So I could definitely still understand how Aspen Ladd feels, because, she's going to get up. She's getting up. She hears a potential name, Holm. Oh man, this is a showcase fight for me where I can, get up for this fight, perform, and, show what I have. But at the same time, you have to understand that, if there's another bigger name that wants the big name that you have, they're going to get it. Dana White's going to favor that fighter. So that's why that fight was canceled, and I can understand why. Because, like I said, Amanda Nunes, she calls the shots. A Holm fight makes more sense right now financially. So, and really, man, this is the only fight at bantamweight that I can really see making a lot of money. Nunes and Holm, it's a fight at bantamweight that I've wanted to see. I know a lot of fans, they probably wanted to see it maybe like a few years ago. And again, Nunes, she knows it's the only fight that can make sense for her legacy. And again, financial wise, Holly, she's still a draw. Holly is probably one of the more privileged non-title holders out there. And, she can get a fight when she wants to. You know what I mean? Like the Megan Anderson fight, that was kind of a step down for her as far as like, big names and skill wise. But after, being able to take somebody out like Megan Anderson, she wants to put herself back into a potential title shot just because, like I said, she's a big draw. And again, you got to think Holm is 37 too. So her mindset is really not to continue to fight the contenders. Let these guys battle it out, whether it's featherweight or bantamweight. She wants to try and position herself in as many big fights as she can, because her career is really coming to a close. So one more title shot is definitely in her goal. So, if Dana White calls her and says, hey, you want to cancel Aspen Ladd fight and fight for Amanda Nunes' title, of course she's going to say, hell yeah, and take that fight and cancel it, Again, I know that's kind of rough on Aspen Ladd's part, but she got to understand, just like boxing, if the elite fights can be made and the big money draws can come in, hey, they're going to go for that, especially the promoters. But also, man, Nunes, she wants to stay at bantamweight, and right now, there really is no other fight out there that makes dollars and cents for her. I mean, there's a lot of fights that make sense. There are the ladies out there like Ketlin Vieira, that could, make for good legacy fights. But when you're talking money, it's Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes. That's the best matchup you can make, because, like I said, the rest of the 135 division, it's not really thriving like it was maybe like 2, 3, 4 years ago. So Nunes, she's possibly looking to cap off her career, against a name opponent, and after she takes this fight, hell, she could retire. She might not give Cyborg a rematch. She could retire because, she is 30 years old. And I mean, like in MMA or boxing, that's pretty, old, especially when you think about all the fights you've had, the wins, the losses, everything you put your body through, and, she's already faced the best, look at her resume. So, it's time to fight for the prize in her case. So, it is time for if you look at it for Amanda Nunes, it's all about the money now. It's time to just be a prize fighter for sure. So that's how it's going to go, man. But for Aspen Ladd, I can understand the frustration again, not, not being told if a fight was canceled, just finding out on social media or finding out at the press conference that you're not at, that's kind of crazy. But it's like she said too, she's not gunning for a title shot, and at the same time she just wants to fight. But I guess it's the principle that matters, but think about it, this could have been a blessing in disguise for her. She's still 23. She could stay active, make noise in the division, and make a name for herself and just kind of hone her skills. Because maybe her stepping in with Holly Holm, maybe that would have been a wrong move. Maybe she could have just got out experienced in a fight with Holly Holm. She probably may have lost the fight. Because when I look at the fight, I kind of lean towards Holly Holm more so 60-40 against Aspen Ladd. So maybe a little bit more so, but I favor Holly Holm in that fight. But Ladd, she'll probably get the work that she needs, with some of the other bantamweights now, just kind of build her name up. Since they did take the fight away from her, maybe they could put her on the UFC 237 card. Maybe they could match her up against Caitlin Veria. Who knows? I mean, for her, she's kind of in that start new era. See, Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, they're at the end of their career, so it's kind of like, hey, let's go ahead and kind of cash out, do this big matchup against the name girls, kind of like in boxing, when Manny and Floyd, at their level, they're going ahead and cash out. They're going ahead and do it because guys like Keith Thurman, they're saying, oh, why ain't Floyd fighting me? Well, these guys at the end of the career, they're trying to cash out now. You still need to prove yourself, Keith. You need to prove yourself against like guys like Errol Spence. That's the best way to kind of compare it. Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, that fight makes more sense to a lot of people. It's a fight they wanted to see. Whereas Aspen Ladd, like I said, she can kind of come up on her own and make her own name. Or, if Holly Holm wants to stick around, they can fight later, man. But, that's all I got on this one, man. I just kind of wanted to talk about that situation because I kind of feel like, a lot of people were thinking that Holly Holm backed out of the fight. But, I don't blame her. If she gets in the Amanda Nunes fight, hey, got to give her respect because, that fight is going to be a good fight. It probably won't end like this. It might be more competitive than the Cyborg fight. Who knows? But, just wanted to talk a little bit about that situation because, I felt that that was more Dana White's doing and the powers that be. Can't blame either fighter in this situation. But, guys, let me know what you think about this situation. Were you glad this fight got canceled? Would you rather see Holly Holm face Amanda Nunes? Just let me know in the comment section. And, again, make sure y'all subscribe. Help support the channel so I can do some more videos here. Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Jab Effect YouTube channel as well. I'm out. Peace.